What's up, everyone? You are tuned in to episode 121 of Three Questions and a Song. With me tonight are two members of the band Wicked out of New York. What's up, gentlemen?
What's going on?
What's going on, man?
Danny from Wicked.
My name is Gunnar, and I play drums.
He does.
Right, so give us a little information. We're based in Western Pennsylvania, and we know you're coming to visit us here shortly on July 18th, but give us a little more information about your band.
Yeah, we're not too far away. We hail from Rochester, New York. So all the same amount of snow, I'm sure.
What about rain? We've been getting a ton of that lately.
Like just no sun. It's okay. I mean, summer will be over soon, so like a week. But
it does sound like Pennsylvania.
Yes. No, dude, we're super excited to be joining you guys and rocking out. The band, we've been doing this for a little bit. Gunnar, myself, my brother Chad Michael, lead singer, rhythm guitar, and then Scotty V on lead guitar. And it's like an old school rock band. Like, we're big into the 70s hard rock. That's kind of the core of what we love. Cheap Trick, Thin Lizzy. But we've always wanted to like just bring back that nature and like, excitement, edge, danger that like, that rock and roll had. That's kind of what we feel is lacking nowadays in that genre. And we all moved in together. We've been living together for quite some time, like an old school band.
Yes, sir.
And it's cool though. You're catching us at a very interesting time. We're actually in the studio right now cutting a new record. So
the two guitar players are playing guitar right now.
Yeah,
we got our shit.
We said have fun, keep working, boys. We're gonna grab a beer and hang out.
So you have the studio right in the house, or are you at?
We do have a studio in the house. We built one, but right now we've kind of our process has always been where we'll use that to kind of get like the songs pre-produced and everything, and then we'll come and like we're just down the road at this like hidden gem, really.
They do all the HBO stuff here,
NHL themes. Like there's no rock bands, right? There's no rock and roll in Rochester, so like we're just the lucky suckers who stumbled upon it. And there's this huge room you would see like Fleetwood Mac or Zeppelin in or something, and it's great gear. And
Steve Gadd comes here and does all his session stuff. So if that tells you anything.
Hey, so you ready for the three questions that I kind of warned you about?
Hell yeah.
No.
Let's do it.
Okay. You might be right with no. Hey, so I haven't asked this one in a while, so I'm going to hit you with it first. So if you were standing at the crossroads that, why can't I think of his first name now? Johnston, the blues guy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I can't think of his first name. Anyway, so he sold his soul to the devil at the crossroads to become the best guitarist in basically the time. If you're standing at those same crossroads waiting for the devil to show up, why are you there? What are you going to offer the devil, and what do you want in return?
That is a good question. Too real too, huh? I say that because like if you know anything about the band Wicked, we're from New York, but we hang out in Salem, Mass a lot because we got a lot of friends that are in the occult kind of scene. So damn, it's a great question.
Man, what? Gee, that's a good ass question, dude. I
always think like, for us, the band is, what we're trying to achieve out of it. Of course, like everybody's become like, household name, this, that, whatnot, travel the world.
Obviously it'd be for the band, but
it's about leaving a legacy. You know what I mean? So really, what would I sell to get what we want out of it and have that legacy and to be like that name like Zeppelin? Man, just about anything. It'd be wealth. It'd be
my life ain't good.
The afterlife. You know what I mean? Like I think it's pretty cool because like the one thing that we've realized doing this band is, it's these memories and stuff that we're putting together. So like, nothing else matters. Like that's why we live together is like, we've already put a bunch of stuff aside just to experience this journey together. So, man, they could have my Ram.
I mean, we're already doing it.
Matter of fact, they could take Scotty's Camaro because I think they'd like that.
They could take my
that would
take my 2012 Toyota Prius.
What year is this Camaro? Is it
94.
94?
Yeah, it's not the cool body.
That's why we'll give it to the devil.
Yeah.
Let's go with you're leaving a gig, and there's a DeLorean sitting out there with its door up in the air and a flux capacitor in the back seat, so you can go back in time and end up playing with any band. What band are you going to go play with? You know, Marty played with Chuck Berry's cousin's band, but who are you going to play with and why?
Shit.
For me, it's got to be Thin Lizzy at that concert, that live concert in Australia.
Great choice.
Yeah.
I think any 70s Aerosmith, I know Scott would love that, but just them back in the day, holy shit, dude. You know, that or like a David Bowie.
Ooh, that'd be cool, like during like the Ziggy Stardust stuff.
Probably, yeah. Or even
like
Cheap Trick.
Aerosmith answer.
Yeah, the Aerosmith, Scott, like our guitarist would be like losing it right now.
Yeah,
that'd be his.
It's just so rocking. You know?
That raw, you know.
I saw Aerosmith one time, and I wish I would have saw him a different night. I think.
What year did you see?
Oh wow! Well, they were touring with Kiss, but I don't remember when that was. It was on they were touring on their Honking on Bobo, their blues album.
Oh yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
And I think Steven was sick that night because Joe Perry sang most of the leads.
Oh my god, crazy.
Yeah, and they headlined and they only played for like 40 minutes.
What's your favorite Aerosmith album?
Oh, probably Pump.
Oh, you think so?
There you go.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Wow, that's crazy.
We have like
that
a
was the
little
one
bit.
I was introduced to. That was my first album from them.
Yeah. Like everybody loves like
rocks or toys in the attic.
But like we have a little bit of like a controversial opinion. We really like Nine Lives and Just Push Play as well. 90s kids, so it's like there's
even the Spider-Man theme they did is cool.
You're really, really getting points with me. Spider-Man is my thing.
Chad too, our singer. Yeah, that there's like a whole lore with Chad. He grew up on that. He's just a mega fan.
So is all the action figures.
Yeah. My classroom is decorated in superheroes.
That's sick.
Cool.
At holiday times, my students buy me Spider-Man things. It's great.
That's awesome.
I got a remote control Spider-Man helicopter last year.
Cool. That's cool, man.
But, all right. Do you want a regular question, or do you want me to ask you an off the wall one like I just did?
Let's go off the wall. We don't get these very often, so let's do it.
Okay. So there was this band in Denton, Texas. They were called Diesel Beast, and they were the first band that I ever asked this question to. So I call it the Diesel Beast question. And the question is, if you could play anywhere in the world, so it could be a non-traditional venue with any band, where do you want to play and who do you want to play with? And while you're thinking, I'll tell you what their answer is, and then you'll understand why the question is named Diesel Beast. So their answer was that they wanted to play with Dio at Stonehenge.
Damn.
Oh,
that's cool.
So then we talked about how maybe if you press the rocks in the right order, you may be able to do that.
Definitely. That sets the bar for sure. Oof.
I'm trying to think here. I think for me, I don't know what band I would play with, but I just know like the Swedish people, they love what we do. Like the rock and roll, they don't give a shit about anything ever. They just love the music, and it's like their community is really cool. So I think just playing there is cool. I don't know what band I would play with though. They like anything, they like everything from like the heavy stuff to like the Aerosmith. It's just I don't know what band I would play with. Man, you caught me, dude. Can it be Dead or Alive?
Dead or Alive.
Hey, you still have a DeLorean, so you can do whatever you want.
Yeah, dude. Oh man.
I'm thinking I'm dragging David Bowie back, Ziggy Stardust era. But like we've created like not like just like a opening headlining act kind of situation. It's more of like this show, right? Like, and Mick Ronson's back on guitar. Wicked's there, and it's this whole integrated show of the two bands blended, but it's at Area 51.
Area 51.
You know what I mean?
I think that might be a first for that one. I've heard a lot of, start out with Stonehenge, so you can imagine what I've heard because I always tell everybody ahead of time. This is what they said. I like that.
I think I would go with the $1 Billion Babies Alice Cooper era.
Yeah.
That era. I just don't know where I would play.
$1 Billion Babies.
I don't know. Let's just say, I don't know.
Times Square.
Yeah, Times Square. North Korea. I don't know.
North Korea. Yeah. That'd be crazy. Because it's like, like everybody would be like so like shocked by like being like so like regimented and like you'd be coming in with Dennis Dunaway and
Neil Smith.
Yeah.
I mean.
All right, so I'm going to ask you guys a bonus question.
Jeez, okay. God, you got me with that.
This one is a normal one though. First of all, I do want to mention website is wickedrocknrollofficial.com. I accidentally didn't change that until a few moments ago. So,
oh, you went to the adult site?
Yeah, don't go to the.
I had a Common Crown, which is a local band. I had theirs on there on the video. So anyone, if you go visit a Common Crown, great band from the Pittsburgh area, but make sure you go check wickedrocknrollofficial.com out. All right, so my question is, when you're up on stage on Jergel's, what should our what should we expect to see out of you? I know I'm going to guess that the song that we're going to talk about next you're going to play last from what I read, but what else should they expect?
I don't even know what the question
is. Dude, it's a high energy rock and roll show, and right now we got our producer in this room walking around butt ass naked. Yeah, censor that side out right there.
The good news is we really can't see. See that.
Only want to see.
It's awesome. Like we're right now like cutting this new record. Super cool producer originally from Atlanta. Hails from Nashville now. Tuck Smith. You might know him from Tuck Smith and the Restless Hearts or the Biters back in the day, but. We're making just a classic rock and roll album, and it's really cool. But when you talk about the show, the same thing is we always call ourselves like high energy rock and roll, influenced by great bands like the Helicopters and all these bands that go out there and just leave it all on the stage, blood, sweat, the whole nine. And it really is an entertaining thing. It's somewhere between that energy of punk rock, but that hard rock of UFO and that swagger, with a little bit of glam flair to it. And I think it's top to bottom going to be a fun event. For us, it's always about kind of bringing a community together and really anybody out there. It doesn't matter whether you came in your business suit or your studs and leather. Our whole purpose is to bring people together and have that escape and have a great time. So we're super excited to share that with people. And we think it's a great match with Ace, obviously, with those classic rock and roll roots. So it's going to be a blast.
I have seen Ace a few times with Kiss. I've never seen him by himself, but my plan is to be there that night.
Awesome. Oh, nice. We'll look forward to, we'll have a drink or something.
Yeah, please.
Hang out.
Okay. So what I need from you next is to tell me a little bit about the song Reptile Roots.
Yeah. Dude, we were joking before we started this, right? And talking about those snakeskin cowboy boots. But when this band started, it was those bands like Crash Diet and everything were kind of coming out of Sweden. And, so we were kind of getting our rock and roll style together. And it was always snakeskin stuff, right? So we were we started this thing, and the community of rockers that we started building around us always had a little bit of this imprint. So we made this song that was kind of the anthem of having that bloodline, right? Those reptile roots in you, that reckless energy and everything. And it was an old song, and it's just evolved with us over the years.
Yeah, there's been so many iterations of that song. And when we did our last tour, people would ask for that song to be released at some point because we would end every set with it.
Yeah.
Even before that, we would end all the sets with it. So people have been wanting it out for a long time. But we just finally had an iteration that we were happy with, and we released it.
It's cool. It has a big bombastic ending. twin guitars, drums, just like
all the double bass stuff at the end, twin guitar solos. I mean,
but just like we talked about a lot of these bands that, you know, we were joking and saying we'd want to come back and everything, like those big, like bombastic, classic hard rock kind of, you know, shows that you could imagine. Just imagine that happening now in 2025.
Yeah.
And really Reptile Roots is kind of that cornerstone of it. And we've been just building from there over the years. But it's a fun song because it has grown with us. A lot of people will get married to a song that they make, and you know, it's just stinted in that time. And this just really evolves with us as kind of a live piece, really.
Yeah.
Along those same lines, there's a band that has since, I'm going to use the word retired in this area. They were called Doppler Effect. And
Oh yeah.
they had a song that they recorded, and the night they recorded it, they made up the lyrics, and they never sang them the same ever when
That's
they performed
great.
them.
That's cool.
That's funny.
honestly.
It was Groovin' was the name of the
That's
song,
awesome.
and it kind of had like a Carlos Santana feel to the song.
Sweet.
Oh, gotcha.
Hey guys, I want to thank you for hanging out with me tonight. Those
Hey,
of
thanks
you that
for
are watching and listening, you're going to head to Wicked Rock N, the letter N, rollofficial.com, and make sure you pick up some tickets for July 18th to see Wicked with Ace Frehley at Jergel's. It's a 6 o'clock door time, 8 o'clock show. See, I even did a little research.
Nice.
Nice.
On the spot.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and take a look at Reptile Roots. And once again, I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me.
Thank you. Thank you for the awesome questions. Not a lot of people ask us questions like that, so
You're welcome.
keep it interesting.